global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Just fairly recently, actually some few hours ago, the president decided to say a word or two concerning what is happening in Benue State. Pope had spoken concerning this hours ago, in fact a day ago, commiserating with Nigerians and all that. And Nigerians literally dragged their president on social media, screaming and shouting, and we have a president. But as it is right now, Peter Obi have decided to show the way exactly what should be done. And honestly, it's not sitting well with the presidency. But let's hear what Peter Obi is saying that is making Aso Rock seemingly very jittery and unusually uneasy with the whole situation. But before we go to the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel. According to the news, Obi, in a statement on his social media handle some few minutes ago, however, said that the listed characteristics can be found in the present leadership of the country. In specific terms, Peter Obi called out President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for failing to visit Niger and Benue State following the massive flooding and community violence respectively in the two states, which has resulted in loss of lives and destruction of properties. He lamented that when a leader lacks compassion, human lives are treated as statistics and their suffering is ignored. He added that in contrast to the action of President Tinubu, when similar disasters struck in India and South Africa, their leaders were quick to visit the affected communities and stood with the people. In his words, let me quote him word for word. He said, "Leadership of a nation is such that it's either succeeding or failing. None can be hidden. There are critical areas of leadership that must exist for a nation to move forward. And these are summed up in 4 C's. 1. Competence. 2. Capacity. 3. Character. And 4. Compassion. Where these 4 are non-existent, there is no magic you can do. It's in this line that I have always maintained that we must move away from voting based on tribe and religion and begin to vote for people with competence, capacity, character, and compassion, because we have all seen painfully what leadership without these qualities has done to our country. Competence, because Nigeria today needs a leader who understands the issues, who has the knowledge, experience, and clear ideas to solve them. Capacity, because it is not a ceremonial position. It requires strength, stamina, and the mental energy to confront our complex challenges. And above all, leadership must be rooted in character and integrity, because without integrity, public trust collapses, corruption thrives, and selfishness takes over. But perhaps most importantly, we need compassion, because when a leader lacks compassion, human lives are treated as statistics and suffering is ignored. Sadly, the evidence is right before our eyes. Recently, we witnessed severe flooding in Niger State that claimed nearly 200 lives, with many still missing. Yet, not even a single presidential visit. This in a nation where the scene of the tragedy is less than an hour away by helicopter. Just days ago, over 200 Nigerians, innocent men, women, children, and even soldiers were brought down in Benue State. Again, no presidential visit, no physical presence at the scenes of pain, no genuine national mourning, no leadership face to comfort the grieving or give hope to the people. Yet, we have seen what true leadership looks like elsewhere. In India, after a plane crashed, killed nearly 200 people, the Prime Minister was physically at the scene within hours. In South Africa, when flood claimed 78 lives, the President went personally to the affected communities, stood with them, and took responsibility. That is leadership with compassion. That is leadership that understands the value of human lives. But here in Nigeria, we have normalized leadership without empathy, without accountability, and without a human face. The former Anambra State governor concluded by urging Nigerians to avoid voting along tribal lines, religious, or other sentimental lines, because Nigeria does not need just another president, but a leader with competence, capacity, character, and compassion. He added that until Nigeria choose leaders on these principles, the cycle of pain will only continue. That is why I insist. Nigeria does not just need another president. Nigeria needs a leader with competence, a leader with capacity, a leader with character, and a leader with compassion. Until we choose leaders on these principles, the cycle of pain will only continue. A new Nigeria is possible. Obi concluded. Wow, this is the best way to do campaign. Yes, this is how opposition should be. Just poach your competitors' weakness. It's obvious. Unfortunately, it's painful but true. How can we have a sitting president, a leadership, and wickets in FCT shouting "Yendeba, as they sweet me, they pain them"? Come on, are we playing politics with human lives? Even if you want to commission whatever you're commissioning, it's nice. Wow, that's good news. But human lives are much more important. Such a thing happens. Why didn't the president what would it even take? 1 hour max. You got the presidential fleet, you have the car, you have the vehicle, you have the aeroplane, you have everything, air and water, air, land, what you have it, even train. If it's moderable, if you can use train to move there, why? You are the commander-in-chief of all the armed forces. If you say you are moving to Benue, the road will be cleared for you. No matter who the Fulani herdsmen are, the bandits, they will clear the road. What big bandits know that? You will go there, you will come back freely. Instead, you deploy all the Nigerian security to follow you. At least, let these guys know they also have a president. Let them also know that they are also Nigerians and they are not refugees in their own country. And you are just in the FCT, celebrating taxpayers' money, and tomorrow you come and canvass for a vote, and tomorrow INEC will not make our vote to count. How did we get here? The people who employed you, you can't even give them empathy. This one is a low-lying fruit. It's the nicest way to score cheap political goal. This one, Peter Obi, this one is a goal for you. The president, APC just scored own goal. What would it take? This is the best way to even campaign for yourself, APC. Everything that happens, be the first to do it. Don't allow Peter Obi just using you people to free campaign. On your failure, he campaigns. On your failure, he's not even talking plenty. If you just fail, he will just jump on it and he will hammer. And he's not lying. Because you would have made it very difficult for him to campaign. Anything like that happens, you're the first to get there as the president. You deploy security and see how people will be clapping for Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But he's not doing it. Peter Obi is capitalizing on it. Well, guys, we're going to wrap it up.